Well, hello and welcome back to Acadia National Park. Today, we're going for the Gorge Path. So starting from Acadia Wild Gardens, I'm doing this loop clockwise. The first section of trail takes you along the Tarn. It's basically just a flat, bouldery section, but there is a little bit of moss on these rocks, a little bit of lichen, and after a little bit of rain, these things can be a little bit slippery. But a really pleasant section of trail. Leaves are starting to pop a little bit, so that's an added bonus. But yeah, we're almost done with this first part and see what the rest of the gorge has to offer. We haven't even got to the gorge yet. We're just on the cane path right now. But pretty cool start to the trail. A little bit different than some of the other ones I've done out here recently. So this is pretty cool. These ferns are starting to open up. But before they do, they're called fiddleheads. And people will actually eat these. And if you go to buy them at the grocery store, they're not cheap. Once you turn onto the A. Murray Young path, you follow the stream for a little while. It's a really pleasant walk. So many little waterfalls. The water is so clear. Well, this is pretty cool. One little crack in the rock, and you've got all these little leaflets blooming. I'd be willing to bet we're starting to enter the gorge now. The rock walls are starting to get closer and closer on the sides. You've got Door Mountain on this side, and Cadillac Mountain on this side. There's not a whole lot of elevation on this trail. It's pretty spread out, but over the full 6.5 miles that I'm doing today, I'm also adding Kebo Mountain, which is just a small little mountain, but I need it for the Acadia list. We're gonna put in over 1,000 feet of elevation, so enough to get you moving, but nothing crazy. So I gotta say, this would be the perfect trail to come to if it's a cloudy day and you're not going to get many views up on some of the bigger mountains and you just kind of want to walk the woods next to a stream. You really can't go wrong. So if you have the luxury of coming here frequently or even picking a day to do this trail, that would be the ideal day to do it. And that's the trail running right through there. So rocks, maybe a little bit of scrambly bits, but I don't think anything's going to require, you know, more than a hand or a trekking pole to get over. So yeah, let's get through that and see what we got next. So my initial plan today was to climb up the summit of Cadillac from this trail, but with all the wet rock and storms on the way today, I don't think that's in the cards for me, so I'll save it for another trip. and just continue along this beautiful gorge path. This north side of the gorge is definitely a little bit more treacherous. Probably a little bit steeper going up, but coming down, it's just the wet rock. That's the only problem with this whole trail that you'd have to watch out for, is the wet rock. If you can just take your time, take it slow, careful footing. I talk about the rocks a lot because they're a problem. I've never seen so many waterfalls on one trail. Both directions of the gorge, you've just got such beautiful views the whole time. And that's saying something because you get no vistas. Like, everything is in the woods. For a woods trail, it's incredible. Well, that was a big bridge. So, cross underneath Park Loop Road, continue all the way out to, Kebo Brook, and then we're gonna hit Kebo Mountain. Yeah. Gorge path, man. That was sick. Wind's picking up. It is supposed to be stormy this afternoon. All right, gorge path is done. Kebo Brook should take us right to Kebo Mountain. It's only like a 500-foot, if that, summit. Looks like 0.3. Well, there you go. We've just about completed our loop here. I'll put the link to the route I took in the description. Gorge path. Go for the gorge path. Kebo Mountain, unless you're chasing summits list, nothing special. But you can do it in about 10 or 15 minutes. All right. Well, thanks for coming with me. I hope you enjoyed the scenery, and I'll catch you in the next one. So I'm just out for a little stroll before dinner. You can actually see where I was this morning. That would have been the high point for the gorge. Pretty cool.